Hello, my name is Stacey Newman and welcome to 16 and Pregnant Behind the Scenes. I've recently written an article for Girlfriend magazine, so teenagers don't end up in a situation like I have. For my feature article, I've written about teenage pregnancy and how to use safe contraception. This topic has become a lot more common in today's society as it's in the media a lot more than 20 years ago. I based my article to be written in Girlfriend magazine, which is aimed for teenage girls around 11 to 16 years old. I wanted to get the message across to girls as young as 11, so a situation like this can be prevented in the future. Television shows and movies are having more of an influence on the younger generation than people seem to be aware of. Movies such as Juno and Riding in Cars with Boys, or television shows like Glee and 16 and Pregnant, all tell the stories of teenagers who undergo the problems of unexpected pregnancy. Although they show the complications of teen pregnancy being dealt with, the shows give an unrealistic idea of how prepared you need to be. They all give an idea that in today's society, becoming pregnant as a teen isn't a problem, that's as all issues are easily dealt with. This is why I chose to do my article to be based for younger girls rather than girls who are just about to reach their 20s. I wanted my article to let younger girls be aware of the problems that occur around teenage pregnancy instead of just looking at the positives. Although I had a baby young, I interviewed a lady who had a child at 19 years old, so I could use the opinion of others. She explained how it was difficult. She said society was unaccepting of teenage pregnancy and felt as though she had to prove to everyone that she would make a good mother. Her friends were going out, so she missed out on the social part of being a teenager and felt like she had to instantly grow up. So it was hard to find that balance because she was only 19 years old. She had extra responsibilities as her child was sick lots of the time and it was difficult to find a babysitter. She said the positives of having a child young were that she had to learn to budget and save money and feels as though she now has a stronger bond with her daughter as they are so close in age and have gone through so much together. Many girls that believe that having a child makes your relationship with your partner completely happy. Although you have a bond with that baby together, it puts pressure on your relationship, financially and mentally, as you're taking care of a new life. I also spoke to a counsellor to get more of an understanding how teenagers look at the situation and how they feel about using contraception. She said most teenagers feel that because themselves or their partner are on the pill, it isn't necessary. Lots of teenagers feel under pressure to have sex because their friends are or they feel ashamed to say no. Some feel, though, if the male doesn't want to use a condom, they don't say no, as he may hurt her or leave the relationship. She said that 29% of teens reported feeling pressure to have sex. 33% of them said they were in a relationship that was moving way too fast, and 24% said they had done something sexual that they actually didn't intend to do and regretted it later on. Adolescents may lack the knowledge or access to methods of preventing pregnancy since they may be too embarrassed or frightened to ask. Inexperienced adolescents may use condoms incorrectly or at times forget to take oral contraception. Another way I got information was surveying teenagers from school, work and general friends. I asked them questions from what they believe there were disadvantages of having a baby young to why they wouldn't use a condom. Many thought it was a disadvantage being a parent young because you miss out on a social life, may not be able to finish school and go to university or overseas trips. Teenagers surveyed also said that it feels uncomfortable wearing a condom, so they would prefer comfort over safety. My title of my article is The $1 Mistake because condoms cost close to $1 and it's trying to tell the audience that it's silly to take that risk when it costs close to nothing. In my summary, I used a rhetorical question so that would stop girls to think about themselves in that situation and what it would be like. I've also used this in the article when talking about sexually transmitted diseases that your partner might not be aware they have. Because this article is based for Girlfriend magazine, I've used it to communicate with my audience. I've used more of a language that caters for young teenage girls rather than women who are a lot older. I've done this by using words such as BFF. I believe if I was a younger reader, and I read this when I was younger, it would have really affected me and made me think about myself being in that situation. Teenage pregnancy really frightened me, and I know at times I'm still not financially, emotionally, and physically ready to raise a child, but I need to take responsibility for my actions. Reading this article would help me to realise that having a baby at a young age isn't a piece of cake, and I should be aware of contraception and know when I'm ready. So next time you want to share an intimate moment with someone special, please don't make that $1 mistake. Use a condom, or you could end up in a situation like I have. Thank you and good evening.